Let us do the practical to trace the path of ray of light while passing through prism. For this experiment also, we can take a glass prism, but at home we can make our own prism with the help of a plastic sheet, and we can do this practical with the help of that prism. For this, we are taking this prism. We place it on a sheet, and if a drawing board is available, then we can fix this sheet on this drawing board. Otherwise, now I have kept this prism on a book so that we can fix these pins in it. Now, after placing this prism, first of all, students notice that how to place the prism on this paper. This prism have this rectangular surface also. We know it have 3 rectangular surface and 2 triangular face. So we have to place this prism in such a way that its triangular face come in contact with the paper, because we have seen in book also that the shape of that prism is this triangular. Now we mark the boundary of this prism with the help of pencil. Now I have marked the boundary of this prism. Now on one surface I will put a perpendicular. With the help of this protractor I will mark this 90-degree angle, and then this is at this place, dotted line. This is our perpendicular. Now we will measure an angle between 30 to 60 degree from this perpendicular, like on this side. Let I am taking this angle 60 degree. Put a point here. Or we can take 40 degree. Means between 60 to 30 we can take any angle, so that our the ray and the pins is clearly visible. Now we'll mark a line along it. Now we have to fix our pins on this line. Now again I'll put this prism on these marks and put water inside it also. We'll fix one pin on one side on this line, and one more pin here. Now what we will do? We will see from this end, and we have to see the images of these pins from this end, and we will put 2 more pins on this side, so that the images of these pins on this side and 2 more pins on this side, these all 4 should be in a straight line. Now we have fixed 2 more pins, and as you can see that when you see across this prism, you can see the images of these blue pins which have been placed on another side of this prism. The images of these blue pins and these 2 yellow lines, yellow pins on this side, these all seems to be in a straight line across the prism. But when you see in the air, you can see that these blue pins and yellow pins, these are not in a straight line. But when you were viewing these from this end of the prism, these were seems to be a straight line. This was due to refraction through the prism. Now we will remove this prism from here and we will point at the place of these pins. After removing this prism from here, we will remove these pins and will mark on the place, on the prick of these pins, all the 4 pins. And then we will join these pins till the prism. We'll join these points and will extend till this prism. And now, as this was normal, the angle between this normal and this incident ray, this ray is considered as incident ray because we have placed our pin on this side. This is angle of incidence. In the same way, we will put a normal on this side and then we'll find the angle of emergence. This is normal. So the angle between this emergent ray and this normal is known as angle of emergence. We will join these 2 rays. This is our refracted ray. Incident, we placed pins here. This is emergent. The ray of light get refracted in this path. This is refracted ray. This is angle of prism. We will measure this all the angles with the help of this protractor, and when we will back meet this incident ray and emergent ray, we can find angle of deviation also by measuring it. We back meet this incident ray and this emergent ray. So, with the help of this experiment, we can see this was incident ray. The ray of light would have gone in this direction, but due to this prism having different medium, it get refracted and finally it emerges out along this path.